females, 1 male. This is he. His name is Spinnaker. And by process of elimination, if you carry the one, that leaves 2 ladies. They're the lovely Helen and Hannah. And certainly with displays like this, it's not too hard to see why people are amazed by dolphins. A round of applause to welcome everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, while there is a lot of mystery surrounding dolphins, this particular species has, well, even more of a shroud of mystery. They're known as Pacific white-sided dolphins, and together with these, we're going to try and demonstrate some of the things we're working on here at the aquarium to get to know this species a little bit better. Now, it is quite rare to actually find this particular species in facilities. More commonly, you see the bottlenose dolphin, and if you want to tell them apart, this particular species has more of a torpedo shape. And of course, they've got distinctive coloration down the side. Hence the Pacific white-sided dolphin term. And even in terms of dolphins in all of them put together, this is considered to be one of the most acrobatic species out of all the 43, 44 odd different species of dolphins. And again, it's not too hard to see why. If you look at the name Pacific white-sided dolphin, well, the P, of course, refers to where you find them here in the Pacific, from northern Mexico all the way up to Alaska.
Oh my God! So fantastic.
Closer than you may think, just a couple of weeks ago, a month give or take, a large group of this particular species was sighted swimming off the Strait of Georgia right here in Vancouver. So we're very lucky to have this particular animal as a neighbor of ours. However, not only our neighbors, but most dolphins in general, they do face quite a few dangers.
Moving, I have to take pictures.
And to give us a little bit more of a story into the personal story of one of our dolphins here, at this point in time, you're in luck. I'm passing the microphone over to the lovely Christy.
Sure, Alex. All 3 of our animals are what we refer to as rescue and rehabilitated animals. They were all entangled in fishing nets off of the coast of Japan and brought to a rehabilitation facility where they were deemed non-releasable. Luckily, we've been able to provide a permanent home for them here at the Wild Coast. Now working with me today is Spinnaker. Spinnaker's been at the aquarium the longest, and we've been able to build and maintain a very strong relationship with him in order to provide the best possible care through training and regular checkups. Everything that we learn through Spinnaker's healthcare is used by veterinarians and researchers to gain a better understanding of these mysterious dolphins. In fact, every day that we spend with these animals reveals more information about their species, as well as their individual personalities that, believe it or not, are just as different as you and me. Isn't that right, you guys? Yes. But most of all, Spinnaker, Hannah, and Helen remind us every day that from next to garbage, many elements are affecting dolphins all over the world.
Thank you, Christy.
It's funny.
Now, it is true that we do know a little bit about dolphins, and researchers looking at the dolphins, looking at the dangers that they face, and trying to figure out, well, how can we protect these remarkable animals? And, well, to do that, we've got to look at what we know. And yes, we do know some things. We know that they travel in groups, sometimes as small as 2 or 3, sometimes as large as groups of up to a couple thousand. And as they travel together, they can move at remarkable speeds. And those of you underwater have probably been getting a sense of the power of these animals as they jump. However, up top, check out the speed. Because yes, these animals can move at speeds of up to 35 kilometers an hour. Which, to give you an idea, inside Stanley Park, the speed limit for cars is 30. So potentially you could be passed by a dolphin if you're going the speed limit, which of course you should be. Now this speed, obviously quite handy to avoid predators and also maybe to sneak up on your dinner. And speaking of dinner, any ideas what you might like to eat if you were a Pacific white-sided dolphin?
Fish.